His Excellency Prime Minister of Iraq, Mohamed Al Sudani, His Excellency President of the Kurdistan region, Chirvan Barzani, His Excellency Dr. Barham Saleh, Chairman of the University Board, Mr. Ammar Hakim, ladies and gentlemen, Excellencies, dear brother Bilal Al-Abhani, peace be upon you all. I join you in the proceedings of Sulaymaniyah Forum on behalf of the Secretary General of the United Nations, who extends his sincere wishes to all participants for you. He wishes a very in-depth dialogue, very constructive and fruitful on the Middle East and in the global order and changing global order in Iraq as well, both now and in the future. Allow me to also take this opportunity to express our appreciation to the sponsors of the Sulaymaniyah Forum, in particular His Excellency Dr. Barham Saleh and Dr. Bilal as well, and especially for his direct patronage of the forum and for the general facilitation that has enabled the broad participation, especially in this very historic city of Sulaymaniyah. Ladies and gentlemen, based on the quote of Dr. Wishar Zibari, I also, agree with him. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, in the Middle East, we have a grown custom to beginning our remarks with the declaration and also a statement that we are living in unprecedented times. Yet, in the past few years, there has been indeed a particularly heavy and difficult time for the Middle East and its people, in every sense of the word, and unfortunately, in every sense of the word. And this reality compels us to pose these fundamental questions. First, why is this the case? Second, is there something unique about the Middle East that sets it apart from other regions of the world? And most important question is there a pathway to change towards a Middle East that is secure and stable? These are no doubt pressing questions, but the time and space, we cannot answer them, unfortunately. And I will talk about them in English as well, for what I want to talk about. The people of Middle East are weary of war and conflict. The countries and people of Middle East are very tired and weary of war and conflict that does not end, this unraveling cycles of violence. And now, for the people of this region in Middle East to enjoy life, just like the rest of the world, and the blessings of peace, security, and stability. We're not referring solely to the Palestinian cause only, but more than 400 years of colonization and foreign occupation and injustice that has exhausted the people of this region and also created a reality, unfortunately, for people are living with this situation, unfortunately. And that has drained hope and made the prospect of escaping this cycle of violence seem very distant and, if not impossible. We've witnessed our children, the children of Iraq and Gaza, to be killed without any remorse on social media, and on TV and on our screens. And also, we've seen our women and daughters, and especially like the Yazidis, to be sold like commodities by extremist groups. This should not happen. This is not comprehensible. All of these are, very hopeless, or leads to hopeless perceptions. And now, indeed, it is time for having a very sincere and determined efforts to converge towards crafting a new reality and a future that is, filled and also unleashes the potentials of peoples in this region, in Middle East, and especially the Iraq. Iraq, like any other nation in the Middle East, has endured its share of crises and conflicts because of the internal projects and agendas, and also external agendas. And Iraq has to keep it safe and safeguard its unity, and also to distance from division, discord, and fragmentations, and also to stay away from any governments that impose this on your security, your safety, from within and or externally. We have to respect all of the different components of society that is embodying the rich tapestry and also treasure of Iraq's ancient heritage. And we are the future to have a government of law and a government of possibilities, and also that will not take away the honor, the dignity of any society. Also, change is one of the norms of life, and Iraq has had many changes in its time, but with your hands and with your efforts, you can have these changes to be, more in the right direction. And also, today, we had the Prime Minister, His Excellency, was very honest that Iraq has very important points to work towards and to have reform in the future. And also, I would like to thank the Prime Minister for his remarks, and also to also agree with him regarding the different international agendas for the government to have Iraq has its role back, or to regain its role in the region. Iraq is a country of different, ethnicities, and also is built upon the society and the intentions of the government, or the goals and objectives of the government, in a way that services all of the Iraqi people, and Iraq regains its status regionally and internationally and globally. And this, governmental agenda and plan, national plan, is starting to be activated. And Iraq today is completely different from Iraq years ago. And that's why we have to keep this, these efforts and to benefit from these fruits. Countries do face challenges, but in the way of their leadership and standing side by side and working together, these challenges and these matters actually we can face together in solid ground, on solid ground, and to all benefit from the things that we accumulate together. And as the United Nations mission to Iraq was part of these sacrifices that have Iraq, dealt with, especially the United Nations Assistance Mission for Iraq, UNAMI, has to come to an end in Iraq because Iraq does not need such mission. Iraq needs more specific support from specific entities. And these are the things that we have to conclude our mission, the political mission in Iraq. But Iraq's journey is continuous. But we are sure and confident that the people of Iraq, they will lead the path of peace and sustainable development and strengthening the foundations of state governed by the rule of law that serves Iraqis above all else. And let us not forget that Iraq faces an important constitutional milestone later this year, which is the elections that is scheduled for November this year. This is a critical juncture. We are all working together to ensure that Iraq succeeds, and this election is conducted in the best possible manner. The success of this electoral process will be key to advancing Iraq's trajectory of reform and development. In conclusion, and not in the end, I reaffirm and reassure that Iraq does not merely need a stable region, but rather a regional stability needs an active, an open, and a cohesive Iraq. And open and at the same time together. That one plays its natural role in shaping a new regional order founded on cooperation, development. And please allow me to end my speech to mention that I got this book received from my friend and my brother here, the Cardinal Luis, and I read this book and I saw a quote and that says, "Today we do not have a future unless we live together in peace and work together as humanitarians and the country in order to find sustainable solutions by understanding and mutual grounds." And we have to talk what is the mutual between us and to be different to what is indifferent to, between us. And also we have to look at it. God created us indifferent to come together to love one another. And that's why. And before I end my speech, I would like to also to say greetings to someone who is not here today, which I sincerely very respect, His Excellency Masoud Barzani.